Happy Sunday, everyone. We're not gonna mention the time or wherever you are. You should know that yourself. I'm just here to do a recap on all the sporting events that took place over the weekend. And as we all know, we had an exciting boxing bout. We had an exciting Champions League final, and we definitely had a 289 to die for last night, with many shocking results and announcements that were made which kind of keep I'm mad. I'm upset because some of my fighters decided to retire without giving us any heads up uh, after the bouts yesterday. And some of the matches that I predicted on Friday or Thursday, if I can remember correctly. And I think it's my first time in 3 years that I've hit the 100% mark on my prediction. With a bonus, I did promise you the young Canadian fighter from Halifax would deliver, and last night the young fella did not disappoint you, MMA faithful. Not only he did it before round five, as I promised you guys, he submitted him with a rear naked, with a neck crank guillotine choke. So congratulations, Mikey, and I hope that this is just the beginning in your career. All the fighters from the north delivered yesterday with nothing but victory and Vancouver, where the event took place last night. I'm not going to keep you long. It's going to be about 15 minutes as I wrap this up. The only thing I was disappointed was with the announcements. Dear UFC managers, and especially Dana, you need to have a pre-match meeting with some of these fighters. It is. I don't like the fact that people are pulling out when we have planned for them to fight in next fights. That I don't like this at all. It's shocking to odd makers, to people who like to do predictions. I was expecting Amanda Nunes to book a fight to fight Miss Pena, who was supposed to be in this fight last night. And by the way, in the main event, I'm going to start directly with the UFC. Miss Aldana, Irene Aldana, you are truly a boxer and a novice in the MMA game. I'll explain. Uh, Amanda Nunes dominated all 5 rounds. Uh, she didn't present anything that she have not seen before when you come to challenging for the belts. Normally, when you're challenging for the belt, you have to be well-rounded in all aspects, which means when you come to your stand-up game, your boxing have to be crisp, your Muay Thai or your kickboxing game have to be sharp if you're going to defeat the champ to knock him out, because Lord knows you're not going to beat them in decisions. Your ground game, meaning your wrestling game, have to be modern and up to date, and you have to be a pit bull. You have to be super aggressive. In other words, you have to be like a Tito Ortiz of the old, like a Randy Couture of the old, like a Rashad Evans of the old, like a Kevin Randleman, rest in peace. You have to have that type of grit if you're going to attack the champ to get her belts from her. And Aldana does not. She have a jiu-jitsu. And the funny thing is, she's well trained. So I was disappointed for 5 rounds. I was begging for Amanda Nunes to finish the fight because you are well trained. So the excuse is not from her training, is that I don't know what happened last night. All the hype, she was shy. She's trained by Grosso, Francesco Grosso, who trained. I think the Lady Grosso from the UFC, which is actually one of the Mexican lady champions. I don't know. Two things happened last night. Instead of acting like a fighter, she was acting like a photographer taking pictures. You challenging for the belt at 35 years old. I was expecting more aggression. I was expecting more push. I was expecting more cage control, which I did not see from you. All I saw was her reacting to every feint Amanda Nunes threw at her. Not even the punches, because people kept saying that, oh, she's scared to get punched in the face. That was not the case. Please, I highly recommend that you watch more fights. Me, I've been doing this now for damn near 25 years watching fights. and I can actually see what was going on. She was studying Amanda Nunes for 5 rounds. Young lady, that's the amount of time the UFC gives you to fight for the belt. She was reacting to every time Amanda was doing this, and she was like the whole time. You don't do that when you're fighting for the belt. Please pay some respect to the belt. So now, with the announcement being made by Amanda Nunes, I want Dana to like warn us ahead of time, like because I I don't like it. I don't like the fact that the lioness have to retire, but it's her decision. She have a family to take care of, as she said, and I hope that you change your mind because it would be best to see the champ retired fighting the best of the very best challenger, which is the other young lady and Miss Pena. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this one bit. I'm disgusted by the decision. But again, we have to accept it because the champ does what the champ does. I hope it's not a John Jones situation where she retires and come back and retires again, and come back and the whole back and forth, yada yada yada. We don't like that type of stuff. We like to see fighters consistent. If you're gonna retire, truly retire from fighting Miss Pena to finish this rubber match between you two, so we can put this rivalry to bed, and then you walk in the sunset. I'll accept that. And moving on to the co-main event, Charles the Bronx Oliveira was the man of the night in the MMA world. He delivered last night, as I predicted to you guys. This kid is the golden standard of what it's like to be an MMA fighter. Better yet, a ninja, if you will. This dude knocked out Darush in the first round with a brute performance, flurry of violence, and within 4 minutes and 10 seconds mark, he put Benny out of his misery to the point where this young man almost got knocked out of the cage while they were trying to bring him back to his consciousness. And for some reason, somebody in the UFC, whoever pulled this prank, they are funny. You put the guy pinned up against the door, knowing that the cage was going to be open. This kid damnly fell on Joe Rogan's lap, head first, and DC Cormier's. Please don't do that, guys. Protect the fighters. Sometimes the injuries the fighters can suffer is worse than getting punched in the face. But when they're sitting down on the stool, please protect the fighter. Hold their head like a pillow. Hold their heads. What you did last night was ridiculous. This man could have been knocked unconscious, not from the fight, but from sitting on the stool. This is ridiculous, guys. Please protect the fighters. God dang. Now, which put Charles Oliveira in a nice position to fight Islam Makhachev for round 2, which I'm expecting a fight between these two in September, October, November, or for the end of the year bout. Again, congratulations to Charles the Bronx Oliveira. What a fighter. Moving on to the world of boxing, another unannounced retirement. Jesus Christ, these guys. You know what? I'm fed up with this retirement stuff. Yes, folks, you heard it here first on my podcast. Perhaps you've heard it before I did this podcast, but hey, I'll promote mine, not my rivals and ops. Theofimo Lopez expressed his frustration after beating Josh Taylor due to various politics in the world of boxing that he faced. Some of it he created himself with his own damn mouth, but he said that he felt like this is the time to walk out of boxing after a dominant performance, after becoming the new super lightweight champion of the WBO. Again, these unannounced retirement, I cannot accept. I'm being fed up with this nonsense. And Theofimo Lopez is retiring at the age of 25. And I hope that your announcement was not because Bill Haney was in the building. Yes, folks, Big Bill was there last night to call Teofimo Lopez out for his son, Devin Haney. Because they haven't finished business. As you all know, these guys are rivals. Since Devin Haney decided to permanently make the move to America from Mexico to move to Vegas. He's been calling the Lopez family out. Don't I don't think that's would be the reason that caused Teofimo Lopez. I wish it's not the reason. I hope I'm wrong because I would like to see these two fight. Actually, if Devin Haney fight Teofimo Lopez, after watching this wonderful boxing match last night, Teofimo Lopez lost the first two rounds to Josh Taylor and the third and a half. But this young man came back to the Teofimo Lopez of old, dominated 9 rounds, clean, doing the showboating and the showmanship and what we know Teofimo's the takeover for. And bobbing and weaving, throwing the counters against the rope, doing all the showboating that we all love from Teofimo Lopez. The performance was exhilarating, and I would like to see you fight Devin Haney. If Devin Haney will not take the fight from Shakur Stevenson, the offer from Javante Davis, and he decided to move up, I would like to see him fight you, Teofimo, because it would make a good, entertaining fight. And I know he's not gonna take the Lomachenko rematch, so be it. And I would like you to face him, but we all know that you announced your retirement, which is very sad to see, and I'm not happy about that. You and Amanda Nunes broke my heart last night. But anyways, the game, we have to move on, folks. In the MMA world, to recap, for the belts, Amanda Nunes will leave vacated. We have Raquel Pennington, who is high likely now to face Juliana Pena for the belts. And also, as I said earlier, for the Charles Oliveira situation, I'm calling it now, even though it's not signed yet. I'm expecting to see a rematch between Charles do Bronx Oliveira and Islam Machakaev Part 2 for the 155 division. So that's all I have when it comes to combats. Let me take a quick break to quickly jump into the football games to give you your updates on the transfer. Arrrr! Yeah. Hello, football fans, and especially you Mancunians from Manchester, the blue side. Congratulations to Manchester City. I cannot be a two-faced hypocrite. As an Arsenal fan, I would like to congratulate you guys on your wonderful achievement of upsetting your cousins from Manchester, the Red Devils of Manchester, who are roasting me for giving up the title to Manchester City. Now, how does it feel to have your record broken? The one that you have previously set in 1999 has now been broken. Records are not meant to be kept forever. They are meant to be bent, and they are meant to be broken and smashed. And Pep Guardiola, what a milestone. You have become the first manager in football history to win the treble twice, with Barcelona in 2008-2009, now with Manchester City in 2022 and 23. Pep Guardiola, you have now broken the record set by those who have managed before you. You and I will not see eye to eye. You are my rival. I will always say this as an Arsenal disciple, because I'm not a fan, because a fan is a basic fair weather hearted person who follow a football club. Me, I'm an Arsenalist. An Arsenal partisan is not what am I. I am an Arsenalist, and as a disciple of the Gunner, I would like to see, on behalf of my club, I'd like to say congratulations to your squad. And Erling Haaland, respect to you guys. Erdogan, respect to you guys. Even though I wanted you guys to lose against Internazionale, Internazionale, chin up. You did what I expected. You kept Haaland on a leash. But it's Manchester City, my friend. You guys see what I've been dealing with the whole year. The ones that put you in that big show choke hole, that choke slam that we all know, it's a wrap. You will, sooner or later, succumb to the pressure. It's what Manchester City does. They suffocate football clubs, whether it's a single game or a campaign. And last night, you see what we've all been dealing with. And Now they can finally uh, proclaim themselves and be the number one team in the world that they are. Enjoy it because within a month and a half from now, we're coming for you guys. And moving on to the transfers, I would like to congratulate Aston Villa on signing Yuri Tillman as the new midfielder. He will be wearing the number 10, if I'm not mistaken, or number 8. Oh, I think that number was given to Emilio Buendia, number 8. So Yuri Tillman will be taking their number 10. And again, congratulations to Aston Villa. And there is a wild rumor going on that Jordan Pickford, folks, will be signing for Manchester United for 21 to 30 million pounds. Whether David De Gea decides to re-sign his contract with Manchester United or not, Manchester United will have a new goalkeeper and the name of Jordan Pickford from Everton at the age of 29. And I hope that this is true, and I hope that it's not a rumor, and I hope that he signed for Manchester United, and that would make perfect sense because he's England number one goalkeeper. And the last time United had an international goalkeeper as the number one was Peter Schmeichel from Denmark and Tim Howard from the United States. Now, moving on to another confirmed transfer, Houssem Howard. Remember, Arsenal was linked with this guy 3 years ago, and I can say that with conviction. My source, my little bird, which I will never reveal his name, Houssem Howard has finally completed his transfer for 15 million euros to AS Roma. Jose Mourinho pulled his magic and had the young man sign last night, and he will be the replacement for De Rossi in the midfield. They've been looking to replace De Rossi since he left, and now they found the perfect replacement with the Algerian Frenchman Houssem Howard. Awar, congratulations and inshallah for your career, and I hope that you do well in Italy. You're playing for Mourinho. What can go wrong? And when it comes to Kylian Tierney, Newcastle United is ready to sign him in any given minute now. So I expect Kylian Tierney to be signed as soon as the transfer market open on the 14th of June. Son, you will have fun. You will have fun in St. James's Park. I wish you well, Kylian Tierney. It did not work out. You were the signing of the eye of Unai Emery, but we all know you Arteta does not like the way you play for some reason. I don't know what's going on. And I hope that the situation is rectified with your replacement. We all know that Arteta will go with Zinchenko as his number one. But for his number two, we don't know what's going to happen. When it comes to the Moses Caicedo transfer, we don't have any update yet. And when it comes to Declan Rice, there is a rumor. It's not facts, folks. I'm not sold on Declan Rice signing for Arsenal. Okay, I'm not clear on these two signings. But if he does sign for Arsenal, it'll be a blessing. And another rumor that keeps circling the wagon is that Kylian Mbappe may sign for Real Madrid. I think it's a rumor. I don't think PSG would make this foolish mistake after losing Lionel Messi and potentially losing Neymar in the next 2 weeks. I don't think PSG will relinquish Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid. However, the Hurricane situation is in the work, folks. I'm just waiting for the announcement to be made. And that's it. When it comes to my report, it was an update on my UFC, boxing, and football transfer report. So, folks, that's all I have for you guys. And I will see you guys this coming weekend with your daily sports update. And I'm still working on that show, the episode for the World War III Battle of the Sexes. It's just I have to be inspired to do these things. No inspiration, no show. I don't work for on a contract. I do things based on how my mind is prepped up to do them. Thank you and have a good weekend. And if you're a Manchester City fan, enjoy your Champions League victory. Whatever. Oh, William Saliba. Congratulations. 4 more years. Ole. Bye.